Some of you might know Joe Escalante and Warren Fitzgerald as members of the punk band, the Vandals. Well, we know them as director and writer of the indie film Cakeboy, and after this, so will you. Believe it or not, guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Hi.
Thanks. You like that intro there? That was
yeah, it was
decent.
Pro.
I feel good about myself.
You guys are writer and director.
Yes.
It happens.
Writer, director.
Very nice.
Star.
Star writer.
So, exactly. So tell me about Cakeboy.
Well, why don't you tell him the plot, because he's the writer. He'll tell you the plot.
All right, let's hear it.
But don't give it away.
I won't give away the ending. No spoilers. But here's the thing. It's a story about a guy who's an erotic cake baker. You were just talking about baking earlier.
Yes.
And so what he does that. He has an abusive girlfriend that beats the crap out of him. And you can say that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Good. Very good. And he has to leave town because his life is threatened. Ends up being a roadie for a punk rock band called No Use for a Name. And antics ensue. He falls in love with a handicapped woman. It's like your normal love story. It's nice.
Very nice. Now you guys are rockers, and I don't use the term lightly.
Punk rockers.
You guys are okay. You guys are punk
We're
rockers.
Sunset Strip glam rockers.
All right. So how do glam rockers get involved in the process of making a film?
First, you get a camera.
Yeah. Well, we have if you own your own, you got your own punk label, and you got to do a lot of things yourself. So we do a lot of the videos ourselves. Like we'll make a video for a band. We can't spend a lot of money. MTV's probably not going to play it anyway. But it's like the DIY attitude. You do it yourself. So we started doing a lot of the videos ourselves, and then then I just thought, well, we should just make movies ourselves. And we had a little experience from another movie that someone else made, but what I was in and we released called That Darn Punk. And the whole time I'm like, I think I could do that. And then I read the book by Robert Rodriguez about make your own movie.
Right.
You guy do it.
Well, now most
so
people, when it comes to DIY filmmaking, they go down to like the local radio hut and they buy a little DV cam and there they go. You guys actually shot on film though, didn't you?
Yeah, it was shot on 16 and part of it was on 35mm film. Most of it was 16mm film. It's a pain in the neck. You gotta check out the making of part of the DVD to see how nuts we really are.
How insane was it? Were there anything crazy happen? Did you have entire shots break down? Or?
It'd be more like, it'd be mostly me and Joe on the set the entire time. There'd be no one doing anything. The lights would be, on stands. The camera, the microphone would be stuck on a stand, and I'd do the slate.
There's no guy even holding the microphone.
Nothing. So
you just
I set up all the stuff. He's decorating the set. I start rolling, and then I go, now do this, hold the slate. And then he start acting and crying, There
we go. And scene. Great.
It's ridiculous.
And you have to check your own gate and then watch your own dailies and get your own coffee.
No dailies,
No dailies,
no
gotcha.
dailies. Well, I got everything transferred to tape, the telecine process. I did it all one chunk at a time to see if everything,
make sure it was coming
ruined.
out and you actually
that was the
picture.
Yeah, when you go, like you're shooting something on video, there's a lot of, right now the way to do it is do a digital, film if you're doing a low budget indie. But when we started this, that really wasn't all the way there yet, and I wanted to make it on film. You have to go get it transferred to tape every day after you shoot.
Right.
And that's when you find out whether it worked. If it didn't work, you got to go back and you shoot it again.
Sorry guys, entire day wasted. Let's
you got
do
to
that
call
one
the
more
people
time.
that were like, we had some
still have that outfit?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you still have that haircut. We had some, kind of prominent people that were, volunteering to be in the film, and you would have to call them and get them back. Luckily, it never happened once, so we were lucky.
Very nice. All right, so you brought a clip along from the Cakeboy. Do you happen to know what we're about to see here?
To my understanding, this clip is in the erotic cake shop. It is me, the main character, Selwyn, and a pervert played by Patton Oswalt, television's Patton Oswalt from King of Queens.
Yeah, King of Queens.
Very good, King of Queens, of course. And he wants a cake so he can do disgusting things with it later on.
Gotcha. All right, let's take a look at the clip from Cakeboy.
Can I help you? Yeah, I was noticing your cakes outside, and I was wondering if you could make a cake with a vagina on it. Sure. Yeah. How real can you make it look? Like
pretty real, I guess.
I want it to be like, I don't know whether to eat it as cake or just bagadoo.
Interesting.
That's a guy that wants to have sex with a cake.
Oh, see, because I didn't understand that clearly from the clip there. So
custom, yes, exactly. He wants it for his own weird purposes later on, which is it's a demeaning job, especially if you're a very skilled baker like that character.
And he turns out to be. But we won't spoil it entirely.
He goes for the gold in the baking world for sure.
Of course.
And, I won't give away whether he gets it or not, but.
Well, congrats on the film, guys. Thanks for coming by to talk about it. We appreciate it. It was great seeing both of you.
Thank you, Kevin.
There you go. For more info on Cakeboy, visit these guys on the old internets at thevandals.com. And if you want to pick up a copy of the DVD, visit kungfurecords.com. Now, you know what I like to wash down with cake, folks? Commercials, but don't worry. The feed will be here to pay you back in smart dollars.